to do it, but it's not the end of the world if it doesn't happen. It definitely helps you out.
Wow, you covered a lot of ground there. Let me back up here, okay? That was great. Let me back up and ask you something you said there about you worked hard enough. You've earned, I don't know if you said it that way, you earned the right to win that game, you know? I have found that those who work hard enough at it go out there with an expectation that they have earned the right. I've outworked my point. I'm supposed to take this shot and make that shot. So it starts not on game time.
No. It starts in practice. I mean, you've got to know. I mean, you've got to know that you come in and you work. You outwork your teammates. You outwork your opponents. I mean, you've got to know that. If you don't know that, you probably shouldn't be taking that shot. So, yeah, when you know that, your teammates know that too, and the ball just comes to you. It's like clockwork.
Well, you know, I've found that great shooters, and there is a difference between shooters and scorers. Okay, I understand that. Okay, but let's just talk about great shooters. Okay, and they could be both. They could be a great shooter and a great scorer. But I've also found that a lot of great shooters have a great imagination when it comes to working out, and it comes to getting themselves ready. You know, they don't picture practice as practice. They see themselves winning the game over and over with every shot and every drill. How about you? What do you do?
Yeah, well, it depends on the drill, but I mean, we do in practices, we do situations all the time where we're down or up. There's a certain amount of time left, and we run a play, and you know, and even if whether you win, you know, you celebrate. It's just like a game. Like, you really want to feel that pressure. You really want to have that pressure on you, because I mean, in the game, whether you want to not feel it, I mean, it's going to be there. Whether you really are thinking it or you're not, it's still there. So you definitely want to do that as much as possible. Is think it, be nervous, be excited, be a little jittery, and miss in practice as much as you can, because that's the only way you're going to make them. If you shoot them and shoot them and miss, and then they're going to start going in sooner or later. So you just got to keep shooting, and you got to keep working on stuff.
So you mean to tell me that you miss a lot of shots, Shay?
Oh boy, a lot of shots.
Well, see, I don't think a young player coming up, yeah, of course, you know, someone with experience, and if you got years, then you understand that. But when you're first coming up, and it's you're experiencing this for the first time, I don't think they have a grasp on reality that they're going to miss a whole lot more shots than they make for a long time before they ever begin.
What did Michael Jordan shoot? Do you remember? What percentage did he shoot? 60-something? 60 maybe?
Yeah, in his best years.
In his best years, which means he missed, out of 10 shots, he missed 4. Right. That's just about half his shots he missed. So people have to understand that if the greatest player that's ever played missed 4 shots out of 10.
And that's at his best year. What about all those years when he was shooting 30%, when he wasn't even allowed to shoot a 3 because he couldn't shoot a 3? Do you follow me?
Yeah, it's just really interesting, because people are always like, God, I have to make every shot, and it's not going to happen, even if you're Michael Jordan. So, like, I hate when people say work for perfection, because you're never going to be perfect, but you can work for excellence. You can do things the right way. You can. There's good misses and there's really bad misses. There's things like that you can incorporate also into your mentality, where it's like, that was a good shot, but I missed it, and it happens. And you have to know the difference between those two, so you don't get down on yourself all the time. And shooting is so mental. It's so mental.
Let's talk about that. That miss in the game, which I think is really important. It sounds to me like when you miss it, you've registered what's happened, and it's over and gone, and you're ready to go. In a split second, you've moved on. Is that right?
You have to.
Well, see, I don't see that in a lot of it. I see players kicking the dirt all the way down the floor and beating themselves up over a miss and thinking themselves right out of the game or out of making the next shot.
Not only is that bad for you, showing that for yourself and feeling that, but your teammates see that. I mean, if I'm walking down the court, I'm like, God. I mean, my teammates are like, I don't know if she's going to make that next shot. She doesn't even think she's going to make it. Why should I think that? So you really have to know how to put a poker face on, and And you know, you might be feeling it, but even if you are feeling it, you can't show any emotion to your teammates. You got to be always have to be a leader and know that everyone's watching you, whether it's people in the stands or your teammates or your coaches
or your defense.
Everyone.
You know, I don't want the opponents to know that I'm even harboring one split second of self-doubt.
Yeah.
You know, the next one's going in. I know what I did wrong. The next one's going in. You mentioned this a moment ago, and I said you covered a lot of ground. I want to continue to talk to you about missing or missing that game-winning shot, and it hurts and that type of thing. Again, how do you get over it? How long does it hurt? When is it time to move on? How do you recover? I mean, it's something that we all go through. It's like injuries, you know. You've got to recover and go